Hello and welcome to episode 257 of the Flight Sim Historian. For this episode we are going to be looking at the 94th Fighter Squadron. The 94th initially began operating in August of 1917 as part of the United States Army Air Service on the Western Front during the First World War. During World War I, the unit had 8 air aces, including Lieutenant Douglas Camp, Major Reed Chambers, Captain Harvey Cook, Captain Hamilton Coolidge, Captain Gervais Lufberry, Captain James Meisner, Major David Peterson, and Captain Edward Rickenbacker. The unit insignia was a hat in the ring, composed of a stars and stripes emblazoned top hat in the center of a red ring. The unit was formed at Kelly Field in Texas. An aircraft used during the First World War included the Newport 28 and the Spad 13. Between the First and Second World Wars, aircraft operated by the 94th Fighter Squadron included the Royal Aircraft Factory SE.5, seen here, the Curtiss JN-4 Jenny, the Thomas Morse MB-3, the Curtiss P-1 Hawk, the Boeing P-12, the Boeing P-26 Peashooter, and the Seversky P-35. In the Second World War, the 94th Fighter Squadron made use of the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk and the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. After the Second World War came to a close in August of 1945, the 94th was issued the first of its jet aircraft. The Lockheed F-80 Shooting Star, which it operated from 1946 until 1949. From 1949 until 1960, they operated the North American F-86D Sabre Dog. In 1960, they switched over to the Convair F-106 Delta Dart, which they used until 1971. After this, they used the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II until 1975, and in 1976, they received the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle, which they made use of until 2005. In 2006, they made the switch to their current platform, the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. Some bases where the 94th Fighter Squadron has been based include Kelly Field in Texas, Naval Air Station San Diego, California, March Air Force Base, California, Selfridge Air Force Base, Michigan, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida, and Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, which is their current base. Some famous engagements the 94th Fighter Squadron have been involved with include the Meuse-Argonne Offensive in the First World War, Operation Torch in the Second World War, the Cuban Missile Crisis during the Cold War, the Persian Gulf War, the Iraq War, and they have patrolled the east coast of the United States since the 9/11 attacks in New York and Washington, D.C. So for the purpose of the video today, we are using the old Alphasim SE.5, and we are at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia in Flight Simulator X Steam Edition. So we're going to get put in the cockpit here, and let's start this thing up. Picture. Well, folks, that concludes episode number 257 of the Flight Sim Historian, featuring the 94th Fighter Squadron and the Royal Aircraft Factory SE.5 from Alpha Simulations.